Hey y'all, so today we're gonna do some edging on that lawn, on this lawn over here, and some pruning on that peach tree in the back. It's time to start my morning. Another rainy day in Massachusetts. I wasn't always a coffee drinker, but I started making coffee for my family because of the outrageous prices of the ones you get at the fast food stores. So now I started drinking coffee myself, although I was a tea drinker before. This is how I like to start my morning before I go out there and do some lawn work. I like to get my steps in, 10 minutes of walking, so this is just me walking around while I'm grinding some coffee, just to get my body active before I go out there and start shoveling or whatever it is I'm doing for the day. Yeah, I have to get some food before I head out there. I get really hungry and shaky once I start doing some physical labor out there. I don't know, it's kind of rainy outside, so I don't know if I want to be working in the rain that much today. It's only one job, but perhaps I'll just go do it anyway. I hope it don't rain too hard. It's gonna rain all day today. It's early April where I'm at right now. So this is a leftover banh mi that I got from the night before. It's a vegetarian version with tofu, one of my favorites. Now I'm kind of considering not going to the client's house today because it's kind of cold out there, but I think with some food, some coffee, I'll be fine. I'm not really in a rush. I just started doing this part-time and I don't really have that many clients, so I'm in this transition phase of just being able to take my time, and that's pretty cool starting this way. It's a little bit past noon. Finally got out of the house and on my way to the client's house. The rain is looking pretty light right now, which is good. I think that it's gonna help me with the soil when it's soft. It's better for me to use the edger. So we'll see how that goes. I'm almost there, just a few minutes out, and maybe I'll do a little bit pruning. I'm not gonna do any mowing today. I think it's a few more weeks out here in New England. It's still cold. The grass is still somewhat dormant. Some areas I see it a little bit more healthy looking than the others, but they're overall healthy. It's just gotta wait a few more days or weeks and we'll get there. But I'll be there in a few minutes, and that's when I'll set up. So I just started this business this year. Last year I started with friends and family. I was using a manual mower for all of my work. So this year it's electrified. Everything is going to be electric and with my hands. Like right now using the manual edge mower. I just prefer it that way. I don't mind. Right now it's still a good period for me to just take my time and try to get better with what I'm doing. If you see something that I can improve at or I'm doing wrong, let me know. I would love to find ways to improve my work. And so I'm excited to start this year. I don't really have that many clients, but the ones that I do, I plan to just put in the most effort I can and see where it can go. I know that some people, when I read online, some people can get a lot of clients while others have a hard time. The other day I was walking around the neighborhood and passing out flyers, and I gotta tell you, that was tough. I don't know if I can do that again. It's super anxiety induced. For some people, I know that it's super easy to walk around and just cold called or cold knock on people's door, but for me it was very tough. I don't think that's where my expertise is, but quickly learning that when you start a business you have to take care of everything and do everything to make it succeed. So I think the challenge is good. I think the challenge is fun, and I think that what I do prefer is doing the work itself. The communication is fun. When I have someone emailing me or calling me, I think that's really fun. I think that the anxiety part was just knocking on people's door. I decided to go ahead and prune this peach tree right here since the rain wasn't too bad. It was starting to get worse and worse, but right here is still a good point for me to prune this tree. And it took some time. The whole day, it took me kind of 2 hours to, I would say an hour and a half to 2 hours. I think the longest part was pruning the tree, this peach tree. I had a hard time because I know that some limbs are not supposed to go up and some limbs are not supposed to go. I do I like wild trees in general, but for the person that I'm cutting it for, this peach tree is pretty high, so trying to get it to lower where her hands could reach was what I kept paying attention to. If it's one thing I want to improve, and that's probably pruning trees and trimming shrubs. I think that those are my favorite things to do so far. It's time can go by fast, but for me, I'm just so in the zone that it doesn't really matter. It's fun to me. I think some people say it's therapeutic. I can definitely relate to that. I think it's one of those activities where I can just get lost into and not really think about much else. Just trying to pay attention to what to cut, how to make it look, taking a step back and trying to see if it looks good or if it's. I know it's not just aesthetics. It's also trying to heal and rejuvenate the tree from any disease or anything that's bothering it. I'm just happy that I can help it in some way, and also doing this for the person that owns it. It's a nice feeling too. Okay, so here's the finished pruning of the peach tree. I didn't finish it all the way because some parts I couldn't reach, and I just felt really sad cutting off some of the branches and limbs, but the person I cut it for was very happy with the way it turned out, and she was very happy with the way this turned out as well. I didn't even have to use a blower, or I didn't have a scrub, so I didn't really get to scrub it, but the rain kind of took care of that. And I went to the compost center after to drop off all of the limbs, and it's pretty quiet, and I'm surprised it was still open, but I was happy that it was open. Alright, I just about wrapped up for the day. My fingers are frozen. It's getting too cold now to do the front of the lawn and the side of the lawn. So, and there you could see some of the edging of the walkway right here. So I'll finish it another day, but I'm gonna head out. Alright, until next time.